Hey, I'm really excited to be with you today and to be able to share something that I'm really passionate about. And it's how to achieve your personal impossibles. It's something that I've been able to do and I'm sharing with other people so that they can actually achieve their personal impossibles too. So in this video, I'm going to share with you how to turn your personal impossible, how to turn that goal into a GPS for success. I'm going to show you the foundation for success, how to create a foundation for success so that you're building your success on the right principles and using the right skills and attitudes to be able to achieve it. And before we get to the end of this video, or right near the end of this video, I'm also going to share with you a success secret that really helped me bring all of this together. So my name is W.T. Hamilton. I'm an award-winning author. I'm a speaker, a mindset coach, and also an entrepreneur. And what I've been able to do is take those ideas that I've had, these personal impossibles, and turn them into a tangible reality that I could enjoy and experience and do. A lot of people ask me, what is a personal impossible? And a personal impossible is really something that you see other people doing that you wish you could do. You wish you could do, but you don't believe that you can do it. You're afraid to actually do it. It's a fantasy for you. I'm going to show you how to take that fantasy and turn it into a reality. So what's the first step that we got to do? We got to understand that when we set goals, we usually set a goal and it's like a material thing. You want to make more money, you want to be more successful, you want to be something generalized, and it's really hard to tell whether you've actually achieved that goal or not. I've had that situation before where I've been successful and I didn't realize the success that I had because I didn't know how to celebrate it, didn't know how to recognize it. And so once I hit that level, I'm already trying to get to the next level, not even appreciating and having gratitude for the level that I got at. So how I fix that, how I change that is the same way that you're going to fix and change it for yourself. I decided I wanted to become an award-winning author, and I wanted to experience what it would be like to win an award, to walk up on stage and to receive that award, to be at a ceremony. What would that ceremony be like? Who would be there? How would I feel? What was the sounds? The lighting, being on stage. What would that whole experience be like? I started to build that experience in my mind as an event and as a memory that I hadn't lived yet. And I really built that in detail to where I really felt like I knew what it would be like to actually accept that award and actually go through that whole experience and that whole process. And then what I did was I wrote it down. So once I built it up in my mind, and this took me a day or two to really get into that whole fantasy of what it would be like and to really put the detail in. And once I had a lot of detail in there, I wrote it down. And the reason I wrote it down is because this is going to become my GPS. This is going to become the thing that I'm going to be able to measure to know that I've achieved that goal. So it wasn't just about winning an award. It was about going to a ceremony and accepting an award, like jumping in a plane, flying to wherever the event was going to be, and then experiencing what it would be like to wait in anticipation for them to call my name and to go up on stage and accept that award. That whole experience became a GPS for me. And why this is important is because when you start doing something you haven't done before, it's going to be hard at first. It's not going to be quick, it's not going to be instant, and you're not going to be perfect at it when you first start. So those struggles are going to build doubt into yourself because you're going to try to do something you haven't done before. There's always going to be some doubt that you're carrying. And so having this as an idea, having this as a vision of an experience that you want to have, it really becomes your GPS, because when things start to get tough, when things start to get hard, you think about, okay, what's my end goal? What am I trying to do? Why am I doing this? I'm doing this because I want to experience this end goal. And I'm committed to experiencing that goal. This is something that I really want to do, and I believe that I can do it. And so the thing to do once you got that first concept down and you're really starting to see yourself actually doing it, is taking the first step. The first step in whatever it is that you want to do. So in my case, to win an award, the first step was to write better books. So I had already been writing books, but I wasn't writing books that were at the caliber that I felt like I could put into an award competition and I could win an award. So the first step was to start writing better books, really honing in my craft, getting better at my craft. And the way that you get better at things is by experiencing things. trying things out, and you build the skills, the experience, and with that skills and experience comes the knowledge, and that knowledge starts to build belief in yourself. So as I would write books and I would get feedback on what I was writing and feedback on how I was doing, that feedback would start to build up the belief that, I can write an award-winning book. So as I built up that belief, it also shrunk the doubt, because the doubt is this thing that's going to stop you and block you from doing things that you could do. So you really have to start doing these baby steps to be able to start believing that you can actually achieve the goal that you want to achieve. And the more that you believe and the less doubt you have, is the further that you will go. So here's a couple of keys that I want to tell you about. One key is, I didn't tell people what my dream was, what I was trying to do. Because the less people that know, the farther that you'll go. Because you have your inner doubt, your self-doubt, but then you also have the outside doubt. People that try to give you advice and try to tell you, hey, you know what, I seen someone try to do this and it didn't work out, or you need to do this first. It might be you need to get a publishing agent, or you need to get a manager, or you need to do all these different things that wasn't in my vision. It wasn't part of my goal, my dream. I didn't care about having a manager or anything like that. So my focus was on writing a better book, entering it into book clubs to get feedback, and if I got positive feedback and really good feedback, then I knew the book was good, and then that would give me the confidence to put the book into some book competitions. But building that belief was by baby steps, doing the little things and acknowledging when things went right. And the more that I felt like I'm on the right track and things are going right, is the more confidence that I got, until I got to the point where I believed without a doubt. So you have to acknowledge that you're going to have self-doubt at first, but that's normal. It's okay. Self-doubt is okay, but there's ways to work through that self-doubt to build up that belief. And that's the first things that you got to work on. Once you have that vision, you have that GPS for your success, you know what your end goal is going to be, because you're building it as an experience. And now you start to do the baby steps to build the belief that you actually can do it, and you have the abilities to do it. So the second thing I had to do was build the foundation for success. And the foundation for success is having patience, persistence, and perseverance. Patience for me was one of the hardest pieces of the puzzle, because patience means you put some momentum in something, and then sometimes you have to step back and you have to wait and let that momentum build. And the waiting is hard to do, because the waiting means stuff might not be happening for a little while. You might have put it out there, and then it has to go to a book club. In my case, for writing a book, it has to go to a book club. Then I have to wait for people to write reviews and give feedback to say if they like the book, if they didn't like the book, what they liked about it, what criticism they had on it. All of that stuff takes time, and while you're waiting, you don't need to do anything else, because you've put it into motion and you need to just wait. But the patience part was hard. And whenever you're waiting, there's always panic that's in the background. And panic is the adversary of patience. And if panic takes over, then you start to scramble and you start doing things that basically are going to block your momentum. And it's going to maybe take you in a different direction. And all of a sudden, you're not following your GPS for success anymore. Now you're panicked and you're off in a different direction trying to do something that probably is not going to help you go in the direction that you were already going, which is the direction of your dreams. So patience was a big one that I had to overcome and really had to master to be able to achieve my goals and dreams. The second thing was persistence. And persistence is in your habits and in your routines, constantly doing those things. So even if you're not always taking action in the marketplace, you're taking action mentally, you're taking action spiritually, you're doing your routines, your meditations, your affirmations, whatever it is that you do that helps you to stay focused on your goal, you're doing those in a consistent way. And then perseverance is when things get hard, that you're staying focused on that end goal. You're staying focused on the belief that if you do all the things that you're supposed to do, you're going to reach that goal. you promise yourself you're going to reach that goal, and you're going to stay focused on that goal no matter what's happening. That's perseverance. So those three things really are the foundation for your success. And if you master those things, you're going to start to see more success in your life, and you're going to be able to really achieve these personal impossibles, these things that you thought you'd never be able to do. And 3 months later, you're starting to see you're getting momentum in it, and you're starting to see a little bit of success. And 6 months after that, you're seeing, oh, your life is totally different than what it was. And you're really moving forward in that direction, and you're working toward that goal, and you really can see that goal now, and you can feel that goal happening, and you have gratitude for it. So one of the things that I did was really celebrate the small wins, all the small little things that would go on autopilot that I didn't have to think about and work on all the time. Those things I celebrated the most, because that's when things were starting to get easy. Because after the struggle is when easy starts to take place. So once I understood the mechanism of it, I had to understand one more key thing, and it was time. I had to understand that when you decide to do something new that you've never done before, all of these different circumstances, situations, opportunities have to align to this new thing that you want to do. Where you are right now has got you, that's the skills have got you to where you are right now. And your mindset and your focus on this new thing will create new opportunities. But they take time to develop. Sometimes they take longer than you hope for to develop. And that's where patience comes in. That's where patience is a key piece to be able to allow yourself to sit back and wait for that momentum to catch up to your idea, to catch up to the direction that you're going. And an awesome thing that I found was I didn't have to have the whole thing figured out step by step by step before I started. All I needed was that GPS. I knew what that experience of what I wanted to have happen would feel like and look like and be like. And then as I focused on the first step, the idea for the next step would just pop into my head. And sometimes the idea for the next step, I had no idea about how it would work or what it was until I was building momentum, and all of a sudden it was like a light bulb moment. Hey, now you should do this. Now you should reach out to podcasts and go and talk about your book and promote your book. Now you should, look for your book competitions and see what book competitions you think you could actually have a chance at winning. And these ideas started to give you the rhythm and the timing for when to do the next thing. I call it inspired action. When you get these inspired action ideas, then you take action on them. But when you're doing forced action and you're just trying to make things happen, that's where you find the most struggles and roadblocks. So I want to share with you the other key thing, which is the biggest success secret that I discovered. And this success secret you're going to love because it's really awesome. Is a secret that helped me, turn mountains into pebbles. It helped me to remove obstacles that were in my way. And it was very simple. I understood that this universe, this reality that we live in, wants us to succeed. It gives us not just the ideas, but all these different opportunities to be able to make what you want to have happen, as long as you stay focused on it and you believe that you can do it. And that's what the vision is. The vision is believing that you can do it and understanding that it's going to happen for you eventually if you stay focused on it long enough. And once I realized that everything is divinely designed for us to be able to achieve our goals and dreams if we focus on them long enough, that was the secret to success. That was the secret to success because once you're focused on it, the mountains truly do turn into pebbles. And all the obstacles truly get out of your way because you find the solutions to get around or through or over whatever mountain is in your way. And it's designed that way. It's divinely designed that way. It's intelligently designed that way. I mean, think about it for a second. How can you decide that you want to do a personal impossible, something that was never able to be a reality for you until you decided to do it? And once you decide to do it, all of these opportunities and insight and ways to learn and build your skills and build your knowledge start finding you. And they kind of magically find you in different ways, in different places, through conversations, through people recommending you read a book or you watch a video, and all of a sudden you find yourself moving in the direction that you're focused on, in a direction that a year or two ago, or even a month or two ago, or even a week or two ago, wasn't ever an option for you. Not until you decided you want to do it. And once you decide you want to do it, this reality is divinely designed for you to be able to start moving in the direction that you're focused on and be able to achieve your dreams. And the mountains become pebbles. And it's so miraculous, it's so awesome, and it's so true. I couldn't believe it. I was blown away. And once I understood that, it opened up the options for me to be able to really focus on whatever goal I want. And the only thing that would stop me is how much I believed I could do it. As long as I believed in my heart and I believed in my mind and I could visualize me actually doing that impossible, that personal impossible, it became possible for me. It was no longer impossible. It became possible, and then things would just fall into place and work out for me to be able to do it. And the key for it was staying focused, having patience, having perseverance, and being persistent in everything that I was doing. So that's what I wanted to share with you. This is the way that you can start to achieve your personal impossibles and start to turn mountains into pebbles by focusing on the thing, having that vision as an experience, and then using that for your GPS for success. So I want to invite you to a free download to learn how to use the unfair advantage to be able to achieve your goals and dreams, along with this visualization technique that I've just shared with you. So if you go to my website, mindsetforsuccesstraining.com right now, you can download this free giveaway. And it's an ebook and it's a video training that's going to show you how to use the unfair advantage for your advantage. I want to thank you for your time. Thank you for letting me explain to you and share to you how to achieve your personal impossibles. And I hope that you put this into action now and start moving forward in the direction of your dreams. Thank you, and I look forward to working with you at some point.